Konnichiwa. Hey guys, it's me again. This will be my third video. Now I know today you're probably like, okay, yeah, teach us Japanese. But the sad truth is you just don't jump into Japanese. Today I've actually decided to introduce some vocabulary words. I feel as though if you go into Japanese just learning sentences out of a textbook, you're never going to learn how to make your own sentences unless you know vocabulary. I mean, if you really think about it, when you learned English as a kid, your parents weren't just throwing out sentences to you. They were saying things to you like mama, dad, and that's how you picked up your English. So that's why today I thought it would be a really great idea to introduce family members as our first vocabulary list. I mean, let's just talk about some things in the Japanese culture. I know that in Japan, and even here, I have a lot of Hispanic friends. When they refer to their brother or sister, or they talk about their brother and sister, they call them that. They say, this is my sister, hey sister, or whatever. I don't. I call my sister by her name. I don't know if that's just an American thing or what, but I call my sister Christina. That's her name. When I was little, she did have a nickname, but other than that, I didn't usually call her sister, But I know in some cultures that happens. I mean, we do. I mean, I hear some people say, my own niece calls her sister. She's like, I'm big sister, and that's how she would refer to herself, to her little sister. So we have it. I just think it's more common here in America to call your older brother or sister by their name or a nickname. But in Japan, I'm not saying that they don't do it in Japan either. They probably do call their brother and sister by their first or whatever name. But we're going to go over family member names. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is that in Japan, the word for sister or brother can be used as a name. So you will see a suffix that you'll be very, very familiar with as you study Japanese, which is san. So let's just talk about it. We have two forms of the family member titles. One is the polite form, which will end with san, and you have the regular form, which basically doesn't end with san. But like I said, again, it makes a lot of sense that it does end with san, because if you're calling your brother sister and you're using the word brother or the word sister as their name or in place of their name, it makes sense to attach san to it. So let's talk about that polite and that regular form. Now, the polite form, you want to use that when you're talking to people in your family. So if you're talking to your brother or you're talking to your sister or you're calling your sister over to you or whatever, you're going to use the polite form. You also want to use the polite form when you're talking to someone else about their family members or just their family in general. So that's what the polite form is used for. The regular form should be used when you're referring to your family members to other people. So say you're talking to your friend and you're like, oh my God, let me tell you what my mom did. You're going to use the polite form. Wait, okay, I lied. You're not going to use the polite form. I meant to say the regular form. What was I thinking? I don't know. All right, back to the video here. Thanks. When I give you the vocabulary words, I will be giving the polite form first, and it will be marked with a little asterisk, and then the regular form will follow after it. Today, also, don't get shocked today, because today in our vocabulary list, there are kanjis. Okay, like I told you, I was going to try to include kanji whenever I could in a video. And so today is going to be probably the first time you're going to see some kanjis besides when I wrote the word kanji on the last video. Okay, so let's also talk about what makes the polite form polite. What makes it polite are these honorific prefixes and suffixes that you're going to see attached to the word. Go is going to be one of the honorific prefixes that you're going to see on one of the vocabulary words. O is another honorific prefix that you're going to see on some of the words. And you probably, if you have already studied Japanese, you've probably already come across onamae, which means honorable name. So you use it to show respect. This isn't another prefix, but another suffix that you're going to get really familiar with is san, like I was saying before, which in a textbook you'll learn it means like Mr. or Mrs. or Miss. And it's just, again, to show respect. In this sense, we're using it as an honorific suffix. We're not using it as Mr. Brother or Mr. Sister or Mr. Father. That makes no sense. We're just using it as an honorific suffix to show respect to our family members when we're talking to them. Another suffix that you're going to come across is the suffix chan. Now, chan is an affectionate suffix that you'll see a lot of the time, or hear a lot of the time. I hear that you only use it with like children. Some people say you use it with people under the age of 20. Whatever. I would probably reserve it for children, being that nowadays teenagers don't like to be considered kids. So, I mean, I would just say safely use it with little kiddos, you know. Also, you want to be careful with using it with other people that aren't children, because one, it can imply that you think the person's below you, which, I mean, you don't want to do that. And also, it's used as a term of endearment and can imply intimacy. So I hear. So you want to be careful with it. To be safe, just use it with small children, your younger siblings, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, or like close friends. That'll be your best bet. So let's talk about some pronunciations that I want you to be aware of. You're going to see some of these vocabulary words, and you're going to see that I'm going to be pronouncing it a little different than what it looks. I just want you to have a heads up that when you see the letters O and U together, you pronounce it like a double O. So you pronounce it like O, okay? Not O-U, like we did the sounds yesterday. So let's just go right ahead into our vocabulary. So I'm going to start with our immediate family. So the first vocabulary word is going to be gokazoku. Gokazoku. Okay? That's the polite form. Again, you see the honorific go on the front of it. And then just the regular form is kazoku. Okay? Then we're going to have mother, which is okasan. The regular form, haha. I'm just going to start going straight through these because it's going to take forever for me to go honorific and regular. Okay, so father, otosan, chichi. Daughter, musume-san, musume. Son, musuko-san, musuko. Siblings, kyodai. Older sister, onei-san. Ane. Sorry, I kind of like froze there. I don't know. I wanted to say one, but that's not right. Ane. Okay. Younger sister. Imoto-san. Sorry. Imoto. Okay. So imoto-san, imoto. Okay. So get that distinction between the long O that I'm using in the middle of there and that short O. So, okay. Now, older brother. Oniji-san. Oh no, Oni-san, sorry. Again, I'm not perfect. I mess up on my Japanese. So I'm just letting you know I'm a beginner just like you guys. So again, older brother, Oni-san or Ani. Younger brother, Ototo-san, Ototo. Then for those of you with the family dog or the family cat, dog is Inu and cat is Neko. All right. So let's talk about family members that are outside of our immediate family and our immediate household. So we have grandparents. Now, grandparents, the really unique thing about grandparents is it's literally the word for grandfather and grandmother put together. So, oji-san, oba-san. Okay, that's the polite one. And then the regular is sofubo. And the regular form for grandfather is sofu, and the regular form for grandmother is sobo. So together, sofubo. All right. So grandmother, oba-san, sobo. Grandfather, oji-san, sofu. Grandchild, mago, mago-san. I did it backwards, I think. I gave you the regular and then the polite, whichever. You'll see it in the subtitles. And then cousin is itoko. That's it. Niece is mei-san or mei. And what else? Nephew, oi-san, oi. Aunt, we've already had this one before, oba-san, oba. Again, let's not get oba-san mixed up with oba-san. Okay? And then uncle is oji-san, oji. And that's the end of our vocabulary list. I don't think I left out anything that I wanted to tell you guys. So this is just encouragement for you guys to start going around your house, looking at things that are in your house, looking at things that you come across in your day-to-day life, and looking them up in a dictionary to find out what the vocabulary word is for that. Because without vocabulary words, you can't make sentences. I mean, how are you supposed to speak if you don't know other words? So we are going to start with this first vocabulary list. You can learn other vocabulary if you want to. I'm not going to spend time posting a bunch of videos with a bunch of vocabulary lists. That's going to get tiring and boring. So the next video probably won't be vocabulary anymore. We probably actually are going to move on to some sentence structures, maybe some phrases that you need to know or whatever I come up with in my head. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I'm going to say konbanwa, which means good evening. Bye.